Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's Get Buckets here, and this is the second video of the day. So if you guys are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 100 subs, and on this channel I will be posting consistent basketball videos about trades and trade rumors and free agency signing. So if you guys want to see those types of videos, this is the channel for it. And yeah, let's right into the video. So let's talk about 3 NBA free agents the Lakers should sign this offseason. So in my opinion, these are 3 free agents that the Lakers should go after this offseason that will definitely make them a better team than they were last season when they won the championship. So the first free agent that the Lakers should go after this offseason, and that is Jeremy Grant from the Denver Nuggets. So the Lakers this season, so Jeremy Grant, let's talk about Jeremy Grant. So Jeremy Grant, he played really well in the bubble, in the playoff bubble. He he played well against the Clippers, he played well against the Lakers, he played really good defense on Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Like he gave them a hard time. Same for LeBron James too. Like Jeremy Grant gave those 3 players a hard time in the playoffs. So Jeremy Grant, let's talk about Jeremy Grant. He's a good defender, 6'8", 6'9", has a wingspan that's over 7 feet. Which is the Lakers' problem this season was they didn't really have like the forward. They didn't have a lot of forward. Like it was just LeBron James. Then it was Kyle Kuzma, who's like Kuzma's alright, he's okay. But Jeremy Grant, good defender, good shooter. He's 26, I think. He's 26 years old, so it's not like he's 32. It's not like the Lakers are getting like an Andre Iguodala who's like what, 35 or something like that. So Jeremy Grant will definitely be good for the Lakers to get. And LeBron James, after the Lakers beat the Nuggets, LeBron James, he did talk to Jeremy Grant. And so I don't know what he said, because we don't know what LeBron James said to Jeremy Grant unless if you're LeBron James. But he did talk to LeBron James after the Lakers beat Jeremy Grant. And if the Lakers were to get Jeremy Grant in this year free agency, I know Jeremy Grant does have a player option. So if he accepts his player option, he could be a free agent next year instead of this year. But we're pretty sure he's going to decline that, because he's gonna want to be looking for he's gonna want to look for a lot of money. So if the Lakers were to get Jeremy Grant, they will have a starting lineup of Avery Bradley, KCP, LeBron James, Jeremy Grant, and Anthony Davis. So this would be a good starting lineup. Anthony Davis, the only problem is Anthony Davis is gonna have to play the 5, which Anthony Davis doesn't like doing. But another starting lineup is probably LeBron James at the point guard, Avery Bradley at the shooting guard, Jeremy Grant, Anthony Davis, and like a Dwight Howard or DeMarcus Cousins, JaVale McGee. So that would probably be more realistic starting lineup, because AD likes to play the power forward more. So yeah, that is the first free agent that I think the Lakers should sign this offseason. I know the Lakers don't have like the most money. Like Jeremy Grant a team can easily overpay for Jeremy Grant. Like the Knicks, they can offer Jeremy Grant like a 4-year deal, $20 million for those 4 seasons. So $20 million for 4-year deal, $80 million basically. So any team can overpay for Jeremy Grant. But yeah, that is the first free agent that I think the Lakers should go after this offseason. So the second free agent the Lakers should go after this offseason, and that is Danilo Gallinari from the OKC Thunder. So the reason why I think the Lakers should go after Danilo Gallinari this offseason, and that is because Danilo Gallinari, he is a sharpshooter. He's like he's a stretch 4. He's a good stretch 4. Danilo Gallinari is a free agent, and he also said that he's willing to take on a pay cut as well to play for a contender, for a contender team. He also congratulated the Lakers on winning the NBA championship. So in my opinion, this is what most likely will happen. In my opinion, that is on Danilo Gallinari. I think the Lakers will most likely get Danilo Gallinari out of Jeremy Grant and the other player that I will say later on in the video. Because Jeremy Grant, he's gonna look for money. He's gonna look for a lot of money, especially since he's like 26. He's gonna like enter his prime, and Danilo Gallinari, he's like in his 30s, so he's looking to win a championship. He's not looking for like a max contract or anything like that. He's looking to win championships, and in my opinion, the Los Angeles Lakers would be a perfect team for him. I mean, he's playing with LeBron James, he's playing with Anthony Davis, he's playing potentially with Rajon Rondo. I don't know what Rondo's gonna do. Hopefully Rajon Rondo ends up resigning with the Lakers. I hope Rondo doesn't go to like the Clippers or another team like that. But I hope the Lakers end up resigning Rondo. But yeah, if the Lakers do get Danilo Gallinari, the star lineup will probably look like this. They'll have Avery Bradley. If the Lakers do resign Avery Bradley, Danny Green if they don't trade him, LeBron James, Gallinari at the 4, and then Anthony Davis at the 5. Which, once again, this would allow Anthony Davis to play the 5, which AD doesn't like to do. So maybe sometimes the Lakers will have Danilo Gallinari come off the bench, or they will have LeBron James starting at the point guard, and then having like Gallinari play the 3, so Davis can play the 4, and then like Dwight Howard plays the 5. So yeah, that's why I think the Lakers should go after Danilo Gallinari. So stretch 4, and instead of LeBron James having Kyle Kuzma in the corner to shoot the 3, he has Danilo Gallinari, he's a better shooter, way better shooter than Kyle Kuzma. So yeah, that is the second player, the second free agent that I think the Lakers should go after this offseason. So yeah, let's go right into the third free agent that the Lakers should go after this offseason, in my opinion. So the third NBA player that the Lakers should go after this offseason, and that is Nerlens Noel from the Oklahoma City Thunder. So the reason why I think the Lakers should go after a guy like Nerlens Noel at the center position over like a Dwight Howard, and that is because Nerlens Noel, he's younger than Dwight Howard. I think he's like 26, he might be 27. I'm not sure how old like a lot of these players are. I think Nerlens Noel is 26, so he's definitely entering his prime, just like Jeremy Grant. And Dwight Howard, he's 35. There's a really good chance that Dwight Howard gets injured this season because of his age. And then also Jeremy Grant is quicker. Nerlens Noel is quicker than Dwight Howard. And this would make the Lakers better, in my opinion. I mean, he's quicker and he's younger than Dwight Howard, which means the chances of him getting injured is like less compared to Dwight Howard. So if the Lakers do get Nerlens Noel on the team, their star lineup could be like this. They could have Avery Bradley at the 1, Danny Green at the 2, LeBron James at the 3, AD at the 4, and Nerlens Noel at the 5. This team defensively would be good. Anthony Davis is a great defender. In my opinion, AD should have won the Defensive Player of the Year. Like, he definitely proved us why against the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals. And yeah, and then you got Nerlens Noel. Then LeBron James, he's a good defender when he actually tries. Like, sometimes LeBron James doesn't try at defense, and that is because LeBron James is old. He's 35. Definitely gonna be really weird when LeBron James, he's actually turning 36 next month, so it's gonna be really weird seeing the NBA without LeBron James, definitely. So yeah, those are the 3 players that I think the Lakers should go after this offseason, in my opinion. Another bonus player I would add is probably a DeMarcus Cousins. I guess they should like re-sign DeMarcus Cousins this offseason and like run it back with AD, DeMarcus Cousins, LeBron James, and Rondo. So yeah, those are the 3 players that I think the Lakers should go after this offseason: Danilo Gallinari, Jeremy Grant, and Nerlens Noel. So if you guys made it all the way to the end of the video, please like this video if you agree with my list of players the Lakers should go after this offseason. Also comment down below if you have like any other players the Lakers should go after this offseason. And also like this video if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, also subscribe for new. We're on the road to 100 subs. And I'm out.